What's up, everybody? Celtic Scarecrow here, back with our video. Get those 10s and 20 views. Last week, I had a better week. The Panthers did not. Um, they didn't think the game went horrible, but I don't think the game was perfect because we'd lost. But last week, I went 9-5. Good. Brings my season total to 50 correct and 42 losses. So, first off, we have only two teams on the bye this week, and it's Chicago and Dallas. That being said, let's get to it. Also, it's the dumb two Monday night games. And if you're going to do that, might as well put Carolina at least as one of them. If there's two, might as well make it at least one. So, starting off with tonight's game, we got the Denver Broncos taking on the New Orleans Saints. I don't know how I feel at this game. New Orleans has not looked good in the past couple of weeks. Denver has been, man, like, not great, but not bad. It's been Denver. New Orleans has just looked bad. But they got a 50 burger placed on them, so I am going Broncos. Yeah, you lose. If you get 50 points scored on you, you're I can't pick you the following week. I think we got a London game at Wembley Stadium. You got the New England Patriots taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I do find it funny that they're sending the New England Patriots to England to play a football game. It's kind of like a nice slap in the face, especially if the Patriots wear like red. Nice little. I am taking what? Oh, I didn't click this game. I'm selecting Jacksonville. New England doesn't have a line. Drake Mays looks apparently decent last week. I didn't see the highlights. I'm just going off of the scores from last week. But yeah, I'm going Jacksonville. Simple. Next up is the Seattle Seahawks versus the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta did beat us. Seattle is starting to come down. I'm going Atlanta. That line is definitely getting better, and I hate that about them. That their offensive line is slowly getting better. They're slowly proving me wrong that they have a bad line. Next up is the Tennessee Titans taking on the Buffalo Bills. Kind of an easy one for me to say. Buffalo. Buffalo isn't playing good. Tennessee has not. Next up, the Battle of Ohio. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. And again, this is an easy one. Bengals, especially after the Browns traded Amari Cooper to the Bills. So, next up is potentially the game of the week. You got the Houston Texans taking on the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay, I think, was on the bye last week. Nope. They put up 34 against Arizona. That's it, last week. Where Detroit put up 47 on the Cowboys. Oof. I know. Look at Houston. Houston put up 41 against the Patriots. So, I'm actually going to go Packers. They played a really solid game against Arizona last week. I think it's just a step above the Patriots. So, I definitely think it'll be a good game, like down to the wire type game. Next up is surprisingly not the cheapest game of the week. You got the Miami Dolphins taking on the Indianapolis Colts. This is going to be a game that's so bad it's good. I have no faith in either team. I'm going Colts just for the simple fact that I can't put any faith in Miami until I see something from a quarterback there. Next up is another really good game. It is the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings are going into this game undefeated off a bye. Detroit, like I mistakenly said last week, put up 47 on the Cowboys. Now, this would be more impressive if I didn't see New Orleans do that and then fall off the map. I'm going Vikings solely because it's at home and they're coming off a bye. Like, that is the reason why I'm going there. Let's see, what's the line on this game? Minnesota by 2.5. Oof. That is. Oh, yeah, I have the betting odds. I've realized if I scroll slightly over, I can see the betting odds. Next up is the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. They're the Eagles up, favored by 3. I don't know what's wrong with the Eagles. Yeah. For some reason I thought the Eagles were playing the Cowboys this week. Or that next week? For some reason I thought the Eagles were playing the Cowboys, but no. I'm going Eagles. Over here. Because the Giants are similar boat as Miami. Until you prove something, I can't trust you. We then go to the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Los Angeles Rams. I don't trust Oakland's Vegas's offense, especially after trading Devontae Adams to the Jets. Rams, if they can stay healthy, if they have enough players to play, they probably win this game. We skip my game because we saved that misery for last. Then we got the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the San Francisco 49ers. This game should be technically a lot better than what it's going to be. I have seen not enough from KC's offense to put any stock in them. I can't tell you if I had to move myself out. Frisco has enough players to make a difference in this game, but I am actually going Frisco just because good defense versus good defense. I sadly trust Frisco's offense more than I trust Kansas City's at the moment. Moving on to the Sunday night football, where apparently there's only about like 5 teams that can play primetime. It is the New York Jets taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hey, Pittsburgh, you're new. I feel like Jets, Kansas City, Buffalo every week. But I am going, Jets. I didn't think they looked bad last week. I don't think Aaron Rodgers, as much as like some people are trying to rip him, was the problem. Like that last interception that cost them the game was a hell of an interception on a play where his receiver fell. And it's also not his fault his kicker missed 2 field goals by hitting the uprights. Moving on to our double-header Monday night game. I will be streaming the first one, which is the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This should be a good game. I am taking Tampa due to my simple rules that I impose on myself. If you put up a 50 burger, I am going to take you. You know. So, and also, it's one of those things where this game is going to be a coin flip. But I'm just going to take the team that's home. Like, Baltimore's favored by 3.5. And at least with the second Monday night game, it's 2 West Coast teams. It is the San Diego Chargers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Make sure I say that right. And it's our cheapest game at $17. So, yeah. I am going Chargers. I think they're a more complete team. They're slowly starting to pick up everything that's going on. So that's the game. My issue with the 2 Monday night games is I would definitely had Tampa, Baltimore start at 7 because it is 2 East Coast teams. So it's like all their fans should be East Coast, and you have 2 West Coast teams starting at what is 6 o'clock West Coast time. So you could have moved Baltimore up a little bit. And last but not least, we have the Carolina Panthers taking on the Washington Commanders. Um, I am shocked that Washington's only favored by 8. Um, Going to last week's game, we played a lot better. Our defense can't stop anybody, and that is our problem. It's actually not our offense is not the problem. It's our defense. Bad tackling, soft coverage. This is just based off what I've seen in the highlights. Now, I am going Washington. They have looked a lot better than the Carolina Panthers have. They are most likely winning the NFC East. If we could actually get pressure on the quarterback, then I would have a little more faith in our team. But we can't. Now, with that out of the way, I have to do a little. If I've seen this on Twitter, it's apparently the trade deadline is coming up. I'm literally typing it in on my computer. When is it? What day is this NFL trade deadline? The 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November. I will say if I'm the Panthers, I'm talking to Johnson, the receiver, and being like, are you going to re-sign with us? Yes or no? What is the offer you want? Or make an offer. Like, hey, how about 3 years, blah. 4 years for blah. Make him an offer. If he's like, yeah, that sounds great. I like what we're building here. I want to stay. Perfect. If he's like, look, honestly, I don't think this is a great fit for me with my career going long terms, trade him. That's the thing. Like, try to get him to sign. See if he is willing to sign. If he's not, he's just here for 1 year and we can just get picked from him. Sanders needs to go. That's something I've been saying for a while. Thielen, if you can salvage something for him. I like Cocker. I like Leggett. I think those two guys you can really build a good young wide receiver core with. As a Johnson, if he stays, is like would be a key piece. How old is he? Depth chart. He's questionable. Look how Mingo. Oh, it's Johnson. It's loading. But yeah, no, it's one of those things where he's 28. Okay, so he signed up for 4 years, put him to 32. I think that's a fair thing for him, especially since his career stats aren't like outstanding. They're good, but they're not great. But yeah, it's like you look at all the top teams they've built through the draft, and that's what we need to do. We need to trust Dan Morgan to draft players. But that is it. That's all I have. I will see you weird people later.